Did you know that being dehydrated could actually have negative effects on your strength gains in the weight room? I've got some hydration hacks that strength and power athletes need to take advantage of today. Welcome to the Sports Nutrition Playbook channel. I'm Amy Goodson, sports dietitian. And in case you didn't know this, dehydration can actually have negative effects on your strength gains in the weight room, because the reality is water and fluid is required for muscle function. And when you're more dehydrated, it makes it harder for the body to pump blood to your working muscles. Well, that's a challenge because blood is what carries oxygen and nutrients to help your muscles work during a workout. So hydration becomes key, whether you're outside at practice, doing any type of conditioning, but also when you're in the weight room lifting, because you want to be able to optimize performance. We know that dehydration causes a myriad of problems, from feeling fatigued, really not having the energy that you need to lift and to practice at the level you want to. It can cause headaches, make you feel nauseous, overall decreasing performance. And what's really important to note is it doesn't take much dehydration to do that. Just a 2% level of dehydration in the body can equate to about a 10% decrease in performance. And as dehydration gets worse, performance declines. So if you want to maximize your gains in the weight room, you need to focus on fueling and hydrating. So what does that look like for a strength athlete? You want to take your body weight in pounds, divide that in half, and make that about the base amount you want to drink in ounces over the course of the day. So let's say you weigh 200 pounds. That would be drinking about 100 ounces of fluid over the course of the day as your base. Then you want to add in about 5 to 10 ounces of fluid for every 20 minutes of exercise. A good way to think about that is about a bottle an hour if you're in the training room for a long period of time, if you're at practice, lifting, whatever you're doing. So taking your weight in pounds, dividing it by 2, drinking that many ounces for your base hydration, and then adding in an additional 5 to 10 ounces of fluid for every 20 minutes of exercise is going to be key. I often encourage athletes to use the most basic rule of thumb to measure their hydration status, and that's looking at the color of your urine. Pale yellow to clear, congratulations, that probably means you're pretty hydrated. Apple juice and darker, bad news, you need to find some fluid. And like I said, if you walk into the weight room dehydrated, the likelihood you have the greatest workout that you could is not high. You're likely going to have decreased performance. So it's your goal that you go into the weight room well hydrated. Now, it's also important to think about what beverages count for hydration. That's going to be water, sports drinks, milk, chocolate milk, smoothies, post-workout shakes. While water itself is always important, all of these different fluids can count and can contribute to your overall hydration throughout the day. If you're a heavy sweater, it's going to be really important that you add electrolytes to your fluid. So electrolytes typically meaning sodium and potassium. We know that the average person loses about 3 times the amount of sodium in their sweat as they do potassium, making it more important to get sodium into your beverages around a workout, especially, like I said, if you're a heavy sweater. So getting in adequate fluid and getting in adequate electrolytes is going to be key. One of the best ways you can do this is carry a refillable water bottle with you throughout the day, and then maximize your electrolytes by taking in electrolyte-rich water or fluids, taking in sports drinks around your workout, and you can also get other electrolytes like potassium and milk, chocolate milk, and smoothies made with those ingredients. So as a strength and power athlete, hydration is as important as fueling. So your goal is to fuel up and hydrate well in order to see the gains that you want in the weight room. I'd love to hear about your favorite hydration beverage for post-workout or even during workout. Then be sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with all of our fuel and hydration tips.